the necessary practical requirements in the human capacity development institutions, which your institution is one of them. As a matter of mandate, developing contents in the engineering or science infrastructural requirement is a primary requirement that will aid learning, support learning, and also to make sure that students are at home and at par with what is globally competitive. In other words, the idea the federal government had for setting up industries like this is to make sure that students at the most basic level get the best they can so that they can be. From my survey, it is difficult for Nigerian students to compete with their foreign counterparts, more importantly in engineering. The reason is that most tertiary institutions do not have basic infrastructure to teach in practical terms what they're supposed to do. And so, in the course of making this one a reality, industries, research centers that have the infrastructure, human and material, and therefore supposed to work hand in hand with the tertiary institutions to make sure that the areas of necessary competitiveness that should be felt in the university when you come into the industry, either for internship, industrial attachments, or this kind of field trip or outing you are exposed to. And so what we are doing is to facilitate. There are so many of your lecturers, professors that have intelligence, the natural mathematical intelligence to teach you the concept of engineering in theoretical terms. But they don't have the infrastructure to substantiate those theories in practical terms. And so there is need for this industrial collaboration, where what you are unable to achieve in university can be gained from your interaction with the industry. Does that make sense to us? Yes, sir. And so the industry is supposed to be an open window for every undergraduate of engineering. More importantly, for those areas that are relevant to the field of study. I am happy to announce that mechanical engineering department of this institute, and I started my technical career from the technical college. I know what it means when I see students coming from the polytechnic. And I also know what I was able to do over the years outside the university because of working in an industrial activity. So there are many universities in this country that have shifted from what is conventionally applicable to what is computer augmented. And I want to let you know that the scientific equipment development where you are has actually shifted from conventional application to advanced manufacturing methods industry engineering. I don't know whether that makes sense to us. But then, whether you understand it or not, it is half time our polytechnics started looking into what it takes to prepare these little ones to be globally competitive. And part of what is necessary is to redirect their attention to begin to gain skills, digital skills, that will predispose them to global competitiveness in the area of advanced manufacturing methods. And we have a trajectory that has really repositioned this industry at that level. And so I want to believe that your coordinator also took you to our advanced manufacturing technology department programs that the computer assisted machineries can understand, do your work, and save you from your human level, and then flood the market requirement in terms of commercialization. That's where the world is. And anybody that cannot do it, if they can at this level develop such skills, actually they will make things better for you. Your job will be reduced, and you will be glad to release egos than vultures. And so you are at advantage to assess some of these opportunities in the relevant industries that are open to you. Your coming to this place was not enough to walk about. It provides you with an industrial window to assess other knowledge to improve yourself. And so I want to assure you that the mechanical department of this industry is open to very intelligent and aspiring students like you. You can gain a lot by industrial interaction with some professionals here. You can gain a lot with coming up with some projects that the professionals in the institute can help you tune it up to something that is practically, is beatable and marketable. And so it provides you with even a window of salesmanship where you can either sell yourself or sell your product, or learn a product that will make you a businessman. And so the Industrial Revolution is such that it does not keep you at that very local level. You begin to perceive your future. The labor market is no longer trading with certificate, acquisition or, academic qualification. The academic qualification is fashioned to develop your brain and concept to a wider thinking. What it sells everybody today is skills you possess. So outside your HND certificate or LND or even your PhD certificate, what sells this was in the labor industry is the skills you possess. And so gone are the days when people parade with paper certificate without practical certification of skill. So as much as possible, you begin to inculcate the entrepreneurial thinking in these ones, so that they will begin to think of building skills than acquiring higher paper certificates. It could surprise you that I've had the privilege of interviewing somebody who has a first class in mechanical engineering on paper. Unfortunately, the person could not resolve even a simple quadratic equation. So I don't know where that first class came. What I'm telling you is a reality. Some of you that are champions in certain song, very, I don't know how to say it, untrainable lecturers. You use your money and maybe buy maths, and you parade, you have 2-1 or 2-8 or 2-10, whatever the case might be. It is not important in the industry. As much as good grades are concerned, are necessary. What makes you sellable is the skill you have. Can you draw? Yes, I can. They will throw the paper and pencil for you. You draw, and the person sees you can draw. Can you do AutoCAD? Yes, sir. They will give you the system and draw a component for you on the table and say, draw this. Give me a pictorial view of this, and in a few seconds you do it. Can you work on a net as a mechanical engineering technologist? You say yes. They draw something on a paper or give you a piece of materials and give you a net machine and a vernier caliper or a micrometer screw gauge. Now go there and produce this thing for us. In 30 minutes, 1 hour, you have produced a sample of the product. Can you work on a CNC machine? Yes, sir. They throw a paper to you, contain a sketch of a simple product or give you a sample of a product and leave you with the CNC machine. You start it, write the program, do the operation, and get the product out. That's the only thing that tells you. If you have your PhD first class, and as an engineer or a technologist, you cannot sell yourself through practical know-how. 90% or 98% of the industrial content you give for services cannot be continued. And it's a global environment. So it is important that you know some of these things and start early to give your skills, to give yourself relevant skills that can sell you in the industry. Very important. So, on this note, the Scientific Equipment Development Institute is a science village where we have tried, by the mercy of God, to show that Nigeria can do what America is doing if we are given the world opportunities. The basic thing we are doing is to get the international community to know that it is possible and that it is in us to do it. And except we begin to do it ourselves, we cannot claim the competence that we can. I love the big make advertisement that says it is in you. It is in you to begin it. It is in you to do it. So the time, the era of people joining the vehicles as contractors or conductors is no longer relevant. Everybody must be a driver. You must drive your future by your skills. Otherwise, you will remain vulnerable. So, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you a happy stay in safety. I also encourage that you make use of what you have seen today to build your own future. Your future is in your hands. The mechanical engineering studied in the United States of America is not different from mechanical engineering studied at the level you study it in IIT. The only major difference is who teaches what and with what. If you have your wonderful and intelligent lecturers, I still repeat this anywhere I go. God has given you very intelligent lecturers and has given you the basic infrastructures to drive your teaching goal. You have nothing. The white man, the Chinese, they have nothing to brag for you. And I want to thank God that some very intelligent Nigerians has proven that the blood in my veins is the same, the one in America. Yes. So you are not a second class human being. It is not done well here because we have not done it well. I remember during the time of Ebola, when the United States of America refused to give us AIDS to combat Ebola. And medical doctors in Nigeria, laboratory scientists in Nigeria, under 24 hours that US said no, with the view that Nigerians will die in the next 24 hours. They entered the laboratory and decided to investigate into it and have a solution for Ebola under 24 hours. Can you give a round of applause? Obama refused because we refused to join the game. They didn't give us assistance. and your brothers and sisters decided that they will find out what is wrong with it. And they sat in their laboratories and did their consultations and came up with a solution that really combated Ebola. And all of us are alive today. If they didn't succeed, maybe some of us wouldn't have been alive today. It is a reality. So the technological development in Nigeria is partly dependent on you. You must join the wagon of great thinkers, of great problem solvers. Engineers and technologists are problem solvers. We are not created to sit on executive seats and drink tea. What we do is to solve problems, societal problems, industrial problems, and so on and so forth. So if you have decided to be part of this team and you are studying engineering, ask yourself, what am I going to do to make sure that Nigeria does not completely depend on foreign assistance and grants?
Okay.
If you can't ask, and answer it yourself. Our work is done. It means that 50% of whatever we import from outside, we can do within, and except we can task ourselves. We cannot do it. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
I greet all of you and my fellow students.
Thank you, sir.
My name is Ndidi Amacho. I'm also a student like you. I'm a student. And I'm also a student. I'm a student. So I want you to relax so that we discuss other presentation to make. And before I do that, let me recognize my friend, Professor Ndidi Afuma.
It is me that's supposed to introduce my director of management.
My fellow, to say, the men I was so I want to comment if I could buy engineer let me give you my background before I go into this presentation. I'm sure you're not Russian. I went to GTC Nubu. I grew as a craftsman. As a craftsman. GTC from scratch, I was practicing crafts, mechanical crafts. After that, I came to study to practice crafts, mechanical crafts. When I was practicing mechanical crafts, at the time, I felt that my brain is scratching me too much. And also looking at the fact that that meat cake is still small to feed my family. I said, no, I want to get a bigger meal ticket. And I left the tertiary institution. When I came back to this place, I was absorbed. And they looked at there's something good that happened to them for them to have me back. So when I came back to Sydney, I went back to STEM class, but now as an engineer. So it's already in my blood, flowing. So as I was practicing it, then I was introduced to what is called advanced manufacturing. I was using manual, welding machine, milling machine, drilling machine. I was doing it manually. as I was doing it like that, doing when you roll crank, you push saddle, you push crank and all that, I was doing it manually. At the time, saying, let us advance. So, and they sent me to acquire advanced knowledge in advanced manufacturing. So, here comes my presentation. Advanced Manufacturing Technology Center, Scientific Management Institute, State Enugu, where you are, which is under National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure. I said we were formerly under Science and Tech, but now under presidency. Yeah. Let us look at this overview. CNC machining is a manufacturing method that uses the program computer software to control machine tools. Before I use hand crank to wind, but time around use software to program and control the tools. This technology can be used to perform a range of complex processes, including grinding, felting, milling, punching, turning, and other and milling machine jobs. They are delivered into machine shop. And I like to do a lot of operations. I didn't do the turning. But external paper and internal paper, we do all this is using manual. But now, we program it, it becomes easier. Then, CNC machining revolutionized the industry in the 1960s, and is the dominant method of machining today. It is important to understand the various advantages and values of utilizing this technology in manufacturing operations. There are a lot of advantages and disadvantages of it. Advanced manufacturing. You know, as time goes on, we need to see that even though, no matter how advanced we go, we cannot rule off, cannot rule out manual operation, cannot rule it out. You cannot do what? Rule it out. Because they are composed to there are jobs. You just need manual hand to manipulate the job. There's no we can rule it out. Go to overseas, CNC machine, you go to workshop, you see manual machines. But few CNC machines that are operation, they are still used for specific jobs. Continuous use. Unlike manual labor, CNC machinery, which is barring any malfunction of maintenance issues, can work continuously over any period of time without the break. This greatly increases productivity and efficiency. It can work without break. Can't stop. You can't profit. So that there's what you call a lead time, you know, for you to really recoup the money you invested in buying it. To use it for a job. And it can stand the test of time, working, giving you an output, commensurate to the input you have that machine. I don't think you know great using buying CNC machine. Consistency, precision, and capacity. With computer software, the design of any given product only needs to be programmed once. The CNC machine can then only replicate that design for any other quantity. See, one advantage of it is that you can, one product, one programming can give you billions of products. One programming, millions of that products. You don't need to write it. And not that there's what's called aerospace tolerance. Tolerance is what makes a system to be have a high precision. You talk of Rolls-Royce and BMW. We mentioned this because they have a high tolerance. Even this aeroplane, why they fly? Because of their high tolerance. So it gives you high tolerance. This is that. When the shaft is revolving inside the cylinder, there's no chance for you to wobble. There's no chance for you to wobble. It's rolling concentric. There's no action of shifting because of the tolerance. And that will make precision. And the sense is to have precision you need. And it's consistent. A product can mention something that not as if it's something consistent. It cannot change. But when it's changing, that's what it's called two-way. Two-way. It is two-way that will make it change in slight change in the dimension because of two-way. When it's a two-way, you notice it. The same thing is a two-way. Then you now compensate for that two-way. That's what it's called compensation. Compensate. You compensate for the two-way. And continue. In a manual machine, when they have a backlash, these are we call it also. You don't have to use of the system. In a manual machine. A manual machine, when you're working, it's what you call backlash. When you feed one and one, either it gives you more than one or less than one. That's what's called backlash. Then you compensate for that backlash. So that's what we're talking about. When it's a two-way, you compensate for that two-way. Either by you go to that two. I know the limit of that 0.005 or 0.000. You now make a compensate for that weird. Then the things continues. Low scale parameters. Because computer software controls the machinery, clear permissions are needed for operation on the other side. Program is, you can sit down and be drinking your book. But go back. So come out of one person can operate 3 machines, 6 machines. Your program can sit down. Anyone that is working to stop. So, you need one person now. One person. That's an advantage. So, if you go to the program and stop you can see what I'm talking about. Look at this thing. Very awkward, very intricate shapes. And that was it can give you light. And you can see this is also a job, PhD job by one of our staff. Right? These are prophecies. The orthopedic people use this. This is a kind of joint that enters the pelvic together. And it's a student came up with it and did an artificial one. So this is one of the questions this gas cylinder, this was here. Yes, these are a lot of questions. So, what is there? Since machines are an interesting operation, yes. Yeah? Since booking so as you're studying, you're looking at CNC. And in CNC, there are many areas. One, you have what you call
do we have a continuous investigation, investigation on this CNC machine? Because I observed that the tool used in the are always worn out easily. Can we now say that we can install something like a sensor that will be dictating when the two will go down or worn out.
This is not your opinion. It's a 2 year. I mean, for percent of it.
Please, between this CNC machine and 3D printing machines.
Okay. You see, so that's everything comes under CNC, compared mechanical control. Well, I told you that when I compare mechanical control, you have additive, you have subtractive, additive manufacturing, and subtractive manufacturing. And that subtractive manufacturing is what's called when you come about you're machining the product using a control. Well, that was additive. It is still compared and process. You are then adding until the first product. All of them comes under control, system control, additive, and subtractive manufacturing. They are all under advanced manufacturing. They are under what? They are under what? So under advanced manufacturing, you have a compared control and additive manufacturing. Let me put that way. You have subtractive manufacturing and additive manufacturing under advanced manufacturing. So under subtractive manufacturing, we now talk about the CNC compared mechanical control machines that gives you. Of course, you see some products that come out of CNC manufacturing. Then you have additive. You print that product out. Yes, any other question?
Subtractive is removing something from something. Is it not? The additive manufacturing process, you add something to something.
To form the pivot.
Something by adding something to it. Take for example, you want to make one of the components there and you have that material in powder form. Powder manufacturing technology is basic to additive manufacturing. You build that component by adding the powder material in a bonded form to build a shell. At times, the shapes are more intricate than what a direct machining process can produce. There are some shapes that are quite very, unmachinable. I don't know whether it makes sense. Complex shapes. What we have shown to you is cutting-edge technology. That's where the world is. And just like I said, it encourages mass production and higher quality. So go with that, build on that, and develop yourselves better. And the future will be in your hands. Thank you very much. I'm
glad to see you here. Have you seen what is happening here? You can tell others what to observe today. So, my lecturer, this young man that he taught me AutoCAD. That time, after work, he dragged me in my house and started telling me where I have to make that. So, my good friend, so I started him with 1 unit. So, but now, the logic here and there, rather than try to do it. So, this place is an open door for you. So, anytime you have a problem, come here for assistance. That's the basic thing why you're here today. So, please, anytime you see a family or this, please pay attention to this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
IMT, Mechanical Engineering Department of IMT, and members of ASME, IMT. I appreciate what I've seen today. Our coming here is an eye-opener. I will not say what I'm doing much in IMT, because we don't even do much of the practicals. Because of what we do. That was what we were brought up to do. When you try your best to do what you are supposed to do, and you are not giving the what you do. In fact, most schools are interested in money, more in what the students were teaching. 80. In fact, you students should know that any education you have now without skill is a total waste. You get my point? And you will now soon graduate. Don't just go and relax. If you see where you can acquire that skill, spend more time. I've seen the student who finished with us and we graduated him. When he came and joined a colleague, a welder, to weld, and he's doing well now. When I had my build, it was my student that did the free, not from what he got in the school. I think we're just very forget about the monetary aspect, because most of you try to go where you will be paid, and at the end you will take anything. Go where you get skill.
Yes, sir.
The moment you have that skill, people will be looking for you, money will pursue them. You know my point? So please, let us suffer and get something that enjoy it and then use it.
I go on the existing protocol. My name is Chiko Chikode, and I'm the former president of American Society of Mechanical Engineers. So, I'm very honored to be here with my fellow students, and we appreciate your many gestures, the lessons, the purpose, and everything. We are so much grateful. And from the student, I know definitely we're going to make use of this opportunity you have given to us. We'll come back to make sure that we obtain training from this institution. It's an eye-opener to me in person because I didn't know this place has all these facilities. So walking around this place is a pleasure to me, and I believe so